I think, yeah, no, it is really hard, I guess, if you are a smaller YouTuber and you're feeling frustrated at not getting the views, not getting your stuff out there. What I would say is just make your stuff as good as it can be.
Don't
and I know
say
I
that
can
again.
get in
Don't do
trouble
this.
for
Don't
saying
say that.
but when someone tweets me and says, please really check out my channel, it'll often be followed by, I know what's there at the moment, it's not very good, but there's some great stuff coming, I swear. Or people's first video on a channel will be, this is what this channel is going to be. It's going to be, there's going to be some sketches and there's going to be some vlogs. And I'm like, no, don't do that. Put up those sketches, put up those vlogs, make them as fantastic as they can be. Because I personally, I read every tweet I get, I read every email I get, and I watch every single one of the Becoming YouTube video responses. And there have been over 1,000 of them, ranging from 45 seconds to 15 minutes, and I watch them all. And like, there are some gems amongst them, and an awful lot of not so good ones, perhaps. But like, if you get a YouTuber's attention and they check out your channel, make sure that what is on that channel is as fantastic as you can make it. And I think a lot of people don't know how hard it is to make. Like even you know the best vloggers, that like people. I mean, there's very few people who are better, I think, than Jack and Finn at just talking into a camera and relating with an audience. But what they do is so much harder than they make it look. And I think that's true of most YouTubers. Definitely. So appreciate how hard it is what I'm saying.
Can I just really quick? I know I'm hogging this and really butting in, but when I did start my channel, the first video you see on there is a vlog now, but before I started doing it, before I officially released that first video, I made about 2 or 3 practice videos that I wasn't entirely happy with. I kept practicing and practicing and practicing. Okay, I know it's not the biggest deal in the world and it could open a world of can of worms, but I bought a DSLR before I started vlogging. I wanted it to be the best quality I could, and I know they're expensive, but I wanted it to be the best quality I could. Sounds really sad. I studied other YouTubers. I watched how they jump cutted, why they did it, how they did transitions. I made it quick, and I say funny, I don't know, it's subjective, but I made it what I was really happy with at the time. It wasn't an introduction video like, hi guys, on a webcam. I wanted to have that sort of impact, and I think that really did help. So if you are thinking of starting, I'm not saying you have to go out and buy a £600 camera to start with. There are flip cams that are like £120, and they're like 1080. But I'm just saying, before you start, make sure, try and get the confidence and study your favorite YouTubers, what you want to be like, and not copy them. Maybe I think
I think when you're studying other YouTubers too much, you're going to inherently copy them. So
yeah, but I mean, we're all copying each other to some extent. Like, you know,
influence.
Yeah,
that's the nice word. It's being influenced by them.
You. Yeah.
That's what I use.
I would also say that like, we all, as top creators, have a responsibility to try and find those people and promote them. It's very hard, and I often will tweet out, you know, the same person like 5 times, and their counts will slowly go up. But it's not like, you know, if it's
we're not a fast track.
Yeah, it's
not like, oh, Hank Green liked my video, it's going to have a million views.
There is no fast track. That's what it seems like. A lot of people, when they start, they think like, oh, I need to get like so many views or else I can't do this. And it's like, no, you need to do it and do it well, and then you'll get the views. And when I was starting and I was worrying about stuff, I was talking to my dad, and my dad was like, stop. Good work speaks for itself, so do good work.
But I think that is easier for people to say once they've made it, because like we're all saying that we're coming from our experience and we finally got there. So there are going to be people who are just never going to get that luck, because I think so much of it is luck.
But
I think you shouldn't be doing YouTube ever just to get the views. So that shouldn't even be a part of it.
But what I'm saying is, it goes back to my point, is that everyone on this table started with 0, and it depends on how much work and time and effort and perseverance you have. You know, and how much effort you really, you know, it is luck. You do get lucky. I got lucky. I don't know if I deserve to have what I have. Some people will say yes, some people say no. But I think it's like maybe, it's risky saying this, 1 part skill and maybe 9 parts luck. And that's a really horrible thing to say. But I'm being realistic. But if you don't go out there and try your hardest and make it the best you can, then you'll never know, and you'll be thinking, could I have done it better?
Yeah, I mean, go watch the first Vlogbrothers video. If that video went live today, no one would look at that ever. It's terrible. But in 2007, it was fantastic. It's much harder now than it used to be, and we're very lucky, my brother and I, that we started so early.
Okay, we've got to take one last question before we finish in 4 minutes. So, who has a really, really interesting question that will spark 4 minutes of really interesting debate? You do.
What do you think about fan accounts on
Twitter?
What's up? That I don't.
What do you think of fan accounts on Twitter?
Oh.
Not Dan and Phil fan.
You know, like I
I'm pro.
heart Hank Green and
I'm
things
pro
like
them. I'm pro those things. Mostly on Tumblr though is what I follow. Fan Tumblrs more than fan Twitters.
that. Some of those scare me a little bit. There was a GIF. Yeah, I say GIF, not GIF. Of
GIF.
like, it was me, you, Luke, wasn't it? Me, you, Dan and Phil edited onto a video by Billy Piper, and it's just
I
like
think I saw that. Yeah.
that was. I think we've all seen it.
Yeah.
That was. I really liked it
Very
actually.
creepy.
But I mean, I think there's different sort of levels of fan accounts. You can talk about maybe like ones that just have maybe a picture of me or Dan or Ben or whatever as their picture, and they just tweet normally. And then you get ones that will tweet you every 43 seconds, like follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me. You know, and I think it's just different levels of what they're talking about,
I
really.
think the most entertaining one I've ever found, and she might be in this room, which would be brilliant, is one called Imagine YouTube, which has all these like really weird situations with different YouTubers. I feel like she's watching now. Anyway.
Imagine Luke is not sexy holding our first newborn baby.
I love Imagine's blogs. They're my favorite thing. And just, do you guys know what an Imagine's blog is? Put up your hand if you do.
Oh, wow.
So most people, for those of you that don't, it's when people go, imagine the moment when Ben Cook looks you in the eyes when you're getting married and stuff like that. I think that, okay, so that's my personal one. I don't think many people get that creeped out by them. I mean, obviously it's a very like young, adorable thing for people to, Tom's not afraid to admit
creepy.
that. But I just love the level of sarcasm that most people have against them as well. Like, I think I have more like troll Imagine's blogs where people are like, the first time you go on a killing spree with Dan and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's just because I attract people with the same sense of humor, I guess.
My favourite fan account by a country mile is now Becca. Is it Becca Hodgkins? Just brilliant.
That's actually run by my friend Amy, which is interesting.
She has quite a few accounts now, but there is only one genuine one, and that's at Becca Hodgkins. So.
You need to get that
Yeah.
Oh, is
verified.
that? Okay,
Yeah,
that's
there's a
okay,
brand
top
new one.
one.
She's got a
Amy
Tumblr
then.
and a Keek and a Snapchat.
You seem to know a lot about her, actually.
Very recently.
She's a friend of the family.
Yeah.
Chris, to what extent do you think your Becca character represents the typical YouTube subscriber?
Good final question.
I got a little bit of hate about Becca, and just a little bit. There was like a
It was
Tumblr
edgy.
post. But I honestly believe that Becca is a spoof of enthusiasm than, you know, fangirlness. She's just a very passionate person, and I just enjoy playing her. I swear to God, I have like had so much fun creating that character because I get to interact with YouTube the way I want to.
Yeah.
Like, I get to fan accounts and I get to spell things wrong and then not have to freak out about it because she's just a bit more, she's a more fun person. So it's an inspiration thing. I'm not taking the piss.
Brilliant. Okay, well, that's all we got time for, I'm afraid. Sorry, everyone. Well, but thank you very much for coming to the Becoming YouTube panel. We love doing these things. Thank you especially to Hank, Emma, Casper, Ben, Shauna, Dan, Tom, and Chris. And I am Luke. Goodbye.